I feel like I know a lot about Happy versus Night Elf. I don't know much about 120 versus Night Elf. In comparison. I see a Warden. Yeah, Moon's performance versus Undead in Doubi didn't look too sharp. I asked the admins if something's up with Happy or if it's just delayed.
A player's forces are under
Warden. Such a hit or miss hero. I'd say 120 is not as good against her. But people also play it rarely against him for some reason. Feels like 120 is way less of a Garg fan than other undeads in the scene. Correct me if I'm wrong though, because this is just gut feeling right now. Invo potion and ring, not bad. And 120 with the fast expansion as it seems. He is sometimes a little bit of a trickster with tower pushes. This seems to be a very different approach. Oh, Warden still finds him though. Despite not scouting earlier. Sweet.
Player's forces are under attack.
Or he might be able to kill the Acolyte. What's he going for? Level 2, unlocked now. This is just screaming Shadow Priest on Acolyte. Shadow Priest, Shadow Strike. And he's just happy with the counter expansion. This Warden did nothing in the past minute. That's not good. You always want to do something. At least he gets the mobility now. Shadow Priest Berserker also up. And now, yep, that doesn't fly. And maybe it was smart to play this a little more careful and wait till the Acolyte is exposed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lack of level 3, of course, is noticeable. Yeah, Moon needs a little bit of redemption, I feel. In Doubi, top 4, kinda nice. But then on day 2 he was a bit underwhelming, to say the least. Ooh. I just got notice from the organizers that Happy is not feeling well and has to postpone his match today. Wow, that... I don't remember when that ever happened. Usually he always plays.
A player's forces are under attack.
Busted. Goes to 120 as well. Kaboom. takes quite some time, but also this expo was delayed. So we have a lengthy one base.
A player's forces are under attack.
Warden being stuck on level 2 for so long is... What the... Almost unacceptable, I was about to say before I saw that the Tree of Life was running into creeps! He's getting distracted a bit much, isn't he? Moon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kinda surprised. Well, lucky one with the last hit thanks to the blink. A little bit surprised how that he didn't go for the big one. For the Ogre Magi, but alright. Both heroes arrive on level 3. A little bit of extra mana for the Warden. And expansions finally establish themselves. We go double crypt, indicating fiends, lich out. And in my opinion, 120 did a fine job slowing the lady down. But we also got level 2 here. It's gonna be late game. Double slaughterhouse. Wagons?
Player's forces are under attack.
On the other side, we also see Demon Hunter second. At the moment, it looks like 120 is outplaying Moon quite a bit. But it's Twisted and it's Moon.
Forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Statues, of course, first and foremost. Yeah, this might be a lot of creepcraft now with a bit of harass sprinkled in. But there's a necropolis. Acolytes hurt but not killed. I don't think this did too much. Except by time for the Demon Hunter, which is the second hero. Lich already pimped. Oh. Kadoosh. Doesn't hit. What is he playing a fine game? He was incredibly impressive yesterday, coming into this undefeated after beating Lin and Fortitude already. Arguably the strongest players of their respective factions.
A player's forces are under attack.
Are we still going for Frenzy? I feel like Moon is not online at all. Rushing a red spot now for the item, and he has no TP on the army. Ooh, spell shield is obviously amazing, but Moon is so far away. What an invite. Warden has to hold the fort. This is free damage for like half a minute. Game might end just here. This is not even the double slaughterhouse paying off too much. You gotta... Oh, sick! I was about to say you gotta see that there's a spell shield. Do you even need it? Invo potion. Heroes both at 50% during daytime with moon juice empty. This is one hell of a timing by 120. Master training only now. Cues it immediately. Juno, thank you for the sub. .120 is tearing through this army like a hot knife through butter. Moon feeling desperate. Going for a mauler. But Lich is level 4. This looks hopeless. Very much hopeless.
Town is under siege. Players' forces are under
GG. Hoo hoo hoo. Moon's Warden, as so often, a bit underwhelming, unfortunately. That didn't work at all. Got distracted. Low level Warden. Expo, wait! Counter Expo, way too late. Harass, way too unimpactful. That's a pretty one-sided affair. I worry a bit for Moon. But hopefully he can do a little better on map 2. That scoreboard is confusing to read. You are literally the first person in 3.5 years complaining about that. Maybe it's you. The past 2 times these guys played, Moon always got a map, but 120 always got the win. But so far this looked really solid, man. 120 has decided that it's time to take things seriously. And there we go. Moon upper left hand side. 120 bottom right hand side. Langusten Gustel with the 11-month resub. Should be forbidden to place your prime sub somewhere else than back to Warcraft. Change my mind. I mean, I'm always up for feedback regarding the overlay, but this is indeed the first time in years that I heard that it's confusing. So I am confused. What's confusing about that? tail of the tape is also confusing. I don't know how many times I have to... Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, if I have to explain it, then it's a design flaw, obviously. But the yellow box is results between the two players on this patch. Yeah, okay. Can't get everything right. Just like Moon in this matchup. We switch to a Fire Lord. It feels like it's either it's a map dependent thing or it's a feeling kind of thing.
A player's forces are under attack.
It appears to me that he's dashing out the Fire Lord when he feels a bit hopeless. So Fire Lord harass while archers and lava spawn are creeping.
A player's forces are under attack.
Doesn't split. This needs to split. Oh, sick coil. With double mantle. Oh, there's so much more mana. This is so much more mana. And no. Oh, this position is weird. Oh, this is not good. How did he get into this situation? Creeps are helping him though. Moon is a legend. Might need some help. I like 1-0's approach here for now. Splitting the units a bit. Oh, Boulder! Fire Lord Incinerate! No way! He sold the TP! You gotta get out! And he did. What the hell is this game? What are we witnessing? 1-0's losing every single ghoul to this. Oh man, I was about to say I like that he's splitting. And is not rushing with all ghouls to the high ground. What a disaster. Baited. Wow. That's right. That's right. So, is this game or is this now fair? I mean, it worked out, right? Moon as the supply lead didn't get too much experience, but certainly throws 1-0 back.
A player's force is under attack.
Quite funny. Golem has more kills than 1-0 and Moon combined. That's right. And now the lava spawns are splitting. But I'm already scared of that Lich inventory. Yeah, Lich will tear these archers apart. Expo up, Fire Lord 3, kind of tanky as well. And we go Fire Lord Mass Air. There's no lockdown though. This worries me a little. No Naga nor Entangle. I wonder what prevents 120 from just kiting him across the entire map. Mark my words. This Doubi cup, man. It's quite something. Oh, look at this lich. This lich is amazing.
Forces are under attack.
Does anyone know how big the increase in damage is with Incinerate 2? Just, or can you look it up? Because I really think you should go 2-1-1 for Soulburn 1. But maybe I'm underestimating... Nice last hit. Underestimating Soulburn 2. Because Soulburn 1 is already good.
Forces are under attack.
It's just +1. Yeah, right? That's what I thought. Like, it's +1 on every hit, of course. So I think the utility of Soulburn should be valued more. Of course, it's a mana thing as well. But I'd like to see more experiments with that. Moon checks for a counter expansion. Got this one up. Mass Air is coming together. Did he not lose a single archer?
Player's forces are under attack.
It's quite a tanky Mass Air army. Demon Hunter is a freaking beast. Love to see more rings on these Night Elf heroes. Wouldn't mind to see one on the Fire Lord as well. No web. How is there no web? That looks like an oversight, but okay. We're getting there. Use Frenzy prior. And then we're fighting with 2-base, 2-base. Oh, 1-0. Fighting his nemesis once again. Ghouls are getting revenge against the Golem. He's not even losing ghouls this time, is he? The lesson we learned. Flute, oh my God. Flute on top of this lich.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here's the push with Frenzy. Moon counters this with an Ancient of War. I like that. For a second I thought he's switching into Huntress because there was a Huntress Hall and an Ancient of War, but of course not. Wisp can only do so much before they're nuked. And Moon is fighting back. Big first fight. Gigantic supply lead for Moon. But as I said, I'm a bit worried about crowd control without Dryads and Keeper and Naga. And there you see, just run away with level 2 aura. Quickban 84 with the 26-month resub. Thank you. Yeah, Katka's pipe is all... Nah, it's not that good on these heroes, I think. It's unlimited incinerate, probably. But Moon probably... was about to say, feels like his gold lead is enough, his army lead is enough. And now let's see how good 120's kiting game still is. Fiend, saved. Destro, saved. That's dead. You obliterated, though. And there's attack upgrades coming. And Moon can't follow up. Engine of War got the expo in the end. That was a good play. And Fiends are suffering. The lack of statues now is hurting 120 big time. Ah! Look at this. There's a gift. Boink. Yeah. Armor upgrades is where it's at. He wants the tree, but there's a lot of repair. Can only go for the wisps. But then the Rainbow Armada is back and there is not a single tower. Okay. That's good knowledge for the future. And feels like Moon's just getting further and further ahead. And I guess it's just a rinse and repeat kind of thing. 120 can't afford town portals all game. And if you fight in the base, then you can't really run. Ooh, this... Can't afford these town portals all the time.
Town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
This is gonna be a slaughter. 51 food, no mining. Pushing for the tree as a trade. But Moon already has the backup growing at the bottom left hand side. And kills the Haunted. Not the most spectacular place, but safe and effective. And 120 walled himself in. This is very, very, very much over, guys. I see no chance, really. Moon can expand everywhere. Heroes are getting there. Man, Moon brings the Firelord back.
The town is under siege.
Good scouting though. Always appreciate that. One encumbrous 0 is better than 2 encumbrous 1. That's right.
A player's forces are under attack.
But yeah, 1 to 0. Towers do great there. Earlier web could have forced an earlier fight. Deletes the Lich. Oh, this must feel so good. Not another 3-0 that we were expecting, kind of. Moon with the Firelord looking hot. And ties up the series 1-1. First Night Elf game hit today. And getting the win right there. And now what? There's still Echo Owls in the pool, which is odd. But yeah, this game, I mean, this was so odd, so fast, thanks to that lap in the ghouls. It's hard to repeat that. It was quite a gift and took all the 1 to 0 momentum away from him. And then it was just Moon's game with an expansion. Too easy. And played it well. Played it safe. There is no defense. How about not losing 6 ghouls to a creep camp? How about spirit towers? How about web? There is a million ways to play against Mass Air. Thank you, Raibo Kid Wonder. Thank you very much. The Firelord is benched and will not be shown again. But what will be? We're starting at the Merc camp. Could still be a lot. Warden again. After a quite disastrous game on Twisted, we go Warden again. Duff166, thank you very much for the sub. 5 months, less than 3. Right back. Okay, so Moon wants to show the world that he can play a Warden. He had this incredible game against Happy on this map in November or so, which lasted for about an hour.
A player's forces are under attack.
And a rather solid early creep so far. No interruption, no acolyte, no ghoul here. And 1 to 0 decides tower push time apparently over. We're not doing that anymore. I'd rather expand again. That worked well on map 1. It was the same hero he was fighting against, so why not?
forces are under attack.
Yeah, I think 1-0 just has to play it pretty much exactly like Twisted. Moon there maybe had not the greatest start with the Warden. When he started to harass with level 2, there's no progress. So can she kill this Haunted again? Periapt helping nicely against coils. And again, like, what did this do?
A player's forces are under attack.
Similar to Twisted. Now things look better. Yeah, this level 2 Warneress, right? I am not a fan. Kelly staff to get out. Ghouls seemingly all safe. This is not level 3. Nice anticipation by Moon. With ghouls, you creep the berserkers in no time. Yeah, with that creep jack, that was sweet. Plus level 3, plus the item. Forced resources on the DK. And only an arrow here.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
This one plays a lot better than the one on Twisted with the faster level 3 and the Shadow Striker ass. Yeah, Necropolis is up, so it's not the end of the world and he won't lose too much, but... Here we go, 1-0. Willing to creep. As the Warden can respond to anything, anywhere with the staff. That's kind of nice. Ooh, I was anticipating a Shadow Strike, but no. Shadow Strike is ending up on the DK. 2 ghouls about to fall.
Players' forces are under attack.
Not too sure if that coil will help. Painful. And the Warden's creeping. What a difference this is. Compared to map 1. Boink! Is he triggering that invo potion? There's no heal potion. And... What? What? Didn't dodge it on this level usually. He should. But okay, it's the big invo potion, so we're fine. We're fine.
Players' forces are under
But Warden is getting out of control. Good multitasking, good teching, good leveling, good everything. And if the Warden catches that DK once again, he did. Parry up, not bad. Right? I keep saying this for a long time. Against Undead, a parry up is just so good. Or extra HP in general is so good. FFA players know this for years. Granted, in FFA you also play with a lot more gold. Oh, this army is so slow. Guaranteed kills. One more Shadow Strike. Not much is coming together for 1-0 thus far. But he also has 750 gold and is on the way to tier 3. Moon seemingly not a fan of Warden Panda or Warden Solo. Plays the Demon Hunter second again. Just as he did before on Twisted. If these heroes are coming together, then that is scary. It is certainly a thing that takes time. And against Gargs, you'd be hopeless. But 1-0 is 1-0, and 1-0 never plays Gargs.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, we got a Death Pact edition. I only see this now. Yo, yeah, just let the fiends die. Don't mind me. I'm just here with 2 lightning shields killing my entire army. Boots of Kathalas on the Demon Hunter. Mana Burn on the Demon Hunter. And Constant Rest. No kills, but...
A town is under siege.
I'm not too sure. That was not what he wanted to do. That looked like a disconnect, boys. Yeah, it says leave unknown. So he didn't do this on purpose. Yeah. And now again, what are we doing? This is... Oh, this is not good. The game went almost perfectly. Moon was in a super good spot. He was in a super good spot. Somewhere in Sweden, Thorzane is watching this, rubbing his hands. Now you see how it is. Yeah, it's a regame. Instantly decided to go for regame. More Warcraft, eh? It's always more good, I guess. Hopefully Moon is coming back. That looks like a serious disconnect right now. When would you say is it good for the Night Elf to use the Beastmaster? Never. I don't think you want that ever. Ah, painful disconnect. Game went so good, surprisingly good. One of Moon's better Warden. And the game crashed. Ooh. What happened now? Okay, lobby's back up again. I don't do predictions. That's the other caster. Few people use them, and the people who do use them are incredibly annoying, so I don't do them. Official servers have been acting out the last hour or so. Maybe it's connected. Nope. All independent. All community built. Doesn't affect you at all. But yeah, Moon is still not back, it seems. Get him! Thank you for the 21th resub, supporting the boys! Maybe Moon has the same router as I have. Reconnected my router also takes like 5 minutes. So I wouldn't be too surprised if that's the same here. It's not that normal though to take so long. But Moon's an old man, maybe he has to call tech support. Or imagine his kid pulled the plug. Not looking too great. We still have Lawlight versus Sock coming up later. One to 0 is here. There's no problem with him. Is there any community action this weekend, by the way? Last week we had the Critter Cup on Sparta. I don't think so. Tonight is Gym King of the Hill, where you should definitely sign up for. There's an Undead's Elite Cup. Only Undead players are allowed. Oh my god, an entire cup of Undead Mirror. By pawn and cars. Well, if you're an undead, sign up. Starts at 7 p.m. Kiss, marry, kill. Lich, Crypt Lord, DK. Crypt Lord. With Dreadlord it would have been easier. Kill Crypt Lord because he's a bug and I don't want any bugs in my house. Kiss Lich. It's gonna be cool. And marry DK. I think a DK will always provide for you. When you're ill and not feeling well, the DK is there with a coil. Just hanging out with the DK makes you more healthy. He's a good influence. Also makes you more effective. Speeds you up. And you, on the flip side, you don't have to take care about the DK. Because the DK got Death Pact. And when he's feeling under the weather, just eat something. And is healthy again. And you know, if your beloved dog dies or something, animate dead. And it's right back. Wouldn't mind making out with a Lich though. I think with the Lich, you're in for a fun time. We got more of this? But I'm not undead, so the coil hurts. You see these bags under my eyes? And the way I feel? I'm pretty close to being undead, so what does it matter? I'm also not seeing the light outside. I'm as undead as it gets. Moon is apparently back online. But says he got a bug at the moment. Tavern Hero Edition. Naga Panda Tinker. That's rough. Dave M1286, thank you very much for the sub. Naga Panda Tinker. That's rough. Marry Tinker. He always got the best gadgets and newest technologies. And imagine how awesome it is if you have something to celebrate. And he got rockets for fireworks right by his side. Also, I think nerds are very good marriage material. They'll take care of you. They'll take care of you. So, kill a panda or kill a naga? Make out with the panda or make out with the naga? I think naga is too fishy for me. I imagine her being a little slimy. Yeah, Panda's cozy. Gonna have a good night with the dude. Experiment a little. Keeps you like late at night. He can keep you warm. And I think you're in for a wild ride with the panda. Like spending a night with the panda and he got ultimate. That's gonna be quite something. It's gonna be quite something. Okay. Marry Tinka. Kill Naga. Kiss Panda. Never go out with a panda. He'll put the bills on your tab. No, he brings his own barrel. I think that's a good one. So many pictures in your head? Like what? I mean, one of the panda ultimates got slam. So I think it's an easy choice. My girlfriend is asking what kind of kinky stuff I'm listening to. Maybe she can learn a thing or two here. Greetings. You mean you didn't know the panda has a line? I'll put it on the tab. He also got the line, have one on the house. So that evens out. Thank you, S Fox, for the tier 1 sub. Crazy how many events you can cast. Thank you. So there's a lot of Chinese chatter. 40 is in the game now. But only as observer. We're all waiting for Munity. Apparently can't reconnect right now. That's right. See, that evens out. Ask Fox, you're a sweetie. So, next question. I think we solved this one. You come up with the next question. I refill my coffee. And then we'll see where this goes. Toxie, can you finally fix Moon's connection? God damn it. You're doing nothing all day. Just sitting here, backseating. Be a help for once. Pineapple on pizza. That's so boring, dude. Isn't that discussion... Oh, wasn't that discussion done to many extents on 9gag in 2028? I'll say I love pineapple. Chat's gonna be furious, and there's one Italian saying, how can you do that? And I say, American pizza is shit. Then the Americans jump at me saying we got the best pizza in the world. And then I say no, and then we end up at what's the best frozen pizza brand. And then at some point I'll still jab at you for saying pineapple on pizza is very good, and then we move on to another topic. Best frozen pizza, none. Dr. Lurai. How can you not know about Gustavo Gusto? Gustavo Gusto is the best frozen pizza this planet has ever seen. It is a little more expensive than your regular frozen pizza, but I would take this pizza over many, 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 many pizza you can order. They are the best, by far. And it's not even close. It's not even closed. Closed? Close. Oh. What happened? Oh, they were ready. But the game crashed. Okay, Mood is back! But has a ping of 10,000. That's not too great. But we're getting there. I'm open to the concept, but I really hate pineapple by itself. Well, then it's probably not for you. As a person who lived in Italy once, I want to confirm American New Haven style pizza is the best in the world. Let me check this out. Pizza New Haven style. We all should restart our Warcraft, but they never get this. You know, sometimes in these tournaments, everybody is behaving like a small child who has this toy. You get this very early on when you're like 1 year old or something. We got a cube with different shaped holes in them. And then there's little pieces of plastic or wood or whatever, and they fit exactly into that hole. But with these game creations, it's like you give this kid a triangle and they try to smash it into that circle hole. And it doesn't work. And then they wait a second, and then they take the triangle piece again and they try to smash it. Now it works though. New Haven style looks very intriguing. I am curious. I'm very curious about this now. Tashviz Mayor, thank you very much for the sub. We have ourselves a rematch, everybody. As unfortunately, Moon was exposed to disconnect and then it took some time to get back, but now here we are. You need to come to the US so I can bring you Frank Paper Pizza? Just need a reason. Alright, at least we had some chat activity. Canudi! My dude, thank you very much. For the 5 gifted subs. That comes out of nowhere. So, rematch time. Coffee refilled. Mood better than before. We used this break well. This time, Acolyte is around, so this is already a little bit more stressful. Moon sticks with the guns.
Player's forces are under attack.
And sticks with the Warden. And the altar pointing south, so... Are they just doing the same again? Or is Cheeky 120 hard countering this with a tower push? This guy is tired of waiting. This guy wants to end things quick. Got the Shadow Priest, which would have been a huge help in this defense. Little bit of extra XP. Warden got the S tier plus item though. Ring of Regeneration against the tower push is the best thing you can do. Or can get. Some people say it's a C tier item. But you'll see. Ooh, Moon is getting caught off guard. And I wonder if he has the patience to deal with this now. Oh, this is not good. No engine of war in sight. Detonate in. Okay. But there's still room to reestablish this. 2 wisps down already. Warden level 2.4. Warden gotta carry this on her shoulders. But without a Moonwell. Oh, this is brutal. Moon is rebuilding at the Merc camp. And 120 with an undead tower push. That cool surviving.
Town is under siege.
Yeah. One more tick and it would have been dead. Mass Moonwells now. Very little mana due to the Moonwell falling, of course. Oh, finishes. At least sip. Wow, he actually holds this. Alright, but you know, towers are coming up. The strong thing about tower push is towers. And we're only exposed to it now. Ah, look at the Warden HP though. So fresh, so clean. Courtesy of the Ring of Regen.
A town is under siege.
Okay, but towers are up. Are we doubling down with the crypt? Nope.
Forces are under attack.
Moon is not stressed at all. And he has the wisps to repair. There's no big damage done. Warden climbing up to 3. And then it might be time for Shadow Strike. 120 is attacking behind this, not fully committing. Oh, he's kind of faking now that he's doubling down with the second Nerub.
A town is under siege.
Well, well, well. Moon just doesn't care. Thank you for the Warcraft content, Neo, and you even care about the meal we eat in the afternoon, so we go and buy the right pizza now and be happy. That's right, Nyade. Moon is just checking in his face. What the hell? Lots of piercing damage. Can you get rid of these ghouls? I guess so. There's a lot of mana. Shadow Strike. Warden looks like nothing ever touched her. Like a virgin. That is a very solid hold so far, I'd say. Tech timing is a bit problematic, and the Warden will need multiple seconds to clean this up. And that tower push in shambles. It did buy time for the tech, but it also fed the Warden up to level 3. She can still harass though with Shadow Strike 2, especially this DK looking juicy. Oh, If he gets him now, she gets him now.
Are under attack.
Ah, there's no Shadow Strike. That could have delayed the Lich by a lot. Tower's still up, by the way. Oh. Ah, DK is not threatened anymore at all. Alrighty, Moon can still rely on some mercs. Keeps the DK busy. But Unholy Aura saves the life. Well, well. Tower's broken. Lore's coming. But 120 is still charging up for the tier 3, which is a scary, scary thought. Galito, thank you very much for the 16 month. Crazy that next to your WWE career, you still got time to watch Warcraft. Appreciate it. And Moon at the moment can't tech to tier 3. He's only bound
A player's forces are under
to Dryads, which for him is probably not the worst thing, because, you know, it's Moon and Dryads. But for the game, it might not be that great. Shadow Strike sound, by the way, one of the best in the world. How do you counter the tier 3 push, guys?
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, can you not blink? Cloak of Shadows, by the way. Cloak of Shadows, lifesaver. Warden has no mana no more. Statue coming in. And tier 3 is done. He's almost an entire tech ahead. There were some people in the chat already mocking the Night Elf Discord for their anxiety about undead tower pushes. But eventually, this might have just bought the time that they need. The undeads need. Yo! This push is hitting hard.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go. That's the push. With a handful of Dryads. Waiting for tier 3. It's around the corner. But yeah, Coil Nova against Mercenaries is grand. Even with the Dark Ranger now, we got the silence. And plenty of coils as there is no Demon Hunter. To coil now though. Oh, he pressured the Dark Ranger to find a connection to the Lich. Oh, but how do you survive now? The answer is with the freaking Ring of Regen. S tier item. It's so nice, it's so close. But the ghouls are chasing now, no mana. Man, that defense is well done so far. But for how long? No orb, no staff, no shop, no chance. Of course, we gotta think back to how things looked in the first attempt of this game. But then Moon with a disconnect. Silence. Waiting for the Coil Nova. He's just lining it up, but a little bit of Moon Juice still left. Oh, painful, painful, painful game. 1-0 maneuvers into upkeep. Nova in now. Not enough to kill just yet. Destro is getting hurt. Oh, it's getting killed. That's level 5. Wait a second. He just held this. He just held this. Shop back up, staff available. Orb coming, level 5. Yep, and Moon feels ready. Still lots of ghouls, trying to take out the fiends first. A kingdom for a fan of knives now. And Nuke is the only way out. Warden. Oh! Lincoln let the ring work. All in the hands of the Dryads who can reach that Lich. No more mana. 1-0. No more Lich. Oh my god, Moon. He's losing a lot of units, but it's all about them heroes. No death pact this time. Same situation. They die side by side. How romantic. But okay, one player is losing all the heroes, the other player is losing all the units. Where we at?
A player's forces are under attack.
Where we at? 1-0 still has a lot of gold. So it has to be a tavern revive, but Moon's the owner of the bar now. Sick. Warden is getting close to Avatar. Yo, this is a bit problematic for 1-2-0 now. Tally staff, more mobility, orb soon. Might need an invo potion. Speaking of potions, 1-2-0's inventory looks good. And now the heroes are back. Still not over.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yep, Warden wanted to get that sweet drink. Very, very, very low on lumber. These Dryads, man, they just cost a lot of lumber. Four claws on 1-0. This is not over. And Warden doesn't have that involved. With supply blocked. Should you fight into this position though? Nighttime. Moonworld's there. All a little choky. Can Moon reach level 6? And then get some kills. Ghouls are the best fodder for an avatar. Somehow get the kills. And there's one ghoul, and there's two ghouls, and oh, silence at the moment. Just waiting for it. Wait for it. Avatar! All the corpses in the world in the hands of Moon. And that must be it. Salicero, thank you for the prime. Yo, 120 is getting pummeled now. The staffs are on point. Wow. This resiliency of Moon was extraordinary.
A player's forces are under attack.
And how do you fight this now? So many spirits. Poke, poke, poke. You can't do anything against that. We are invulnerable. Should send them to the statues, in my opinion. Sick game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Push ain't over. But DK has no staff. He's kind of stuck in the base. But so is the Warden. So I guess that's a solid trade. The thing is, Warden does have a staff. And here we are. No coil. 5 supply. RIP. Doesn't even have to invest the Dryad shots. Dryads are still slowing. No Unholy Aura here. What was 120 doing with the DK? 2 more kills. Still doable though. With the DK back. Close to 4, but a level 7 Warden. Free blink, no cooldown, basically. When is the time to push out? These undead heroes, man, they are quite something. But they can't touch Dryads. Except with right clicks. And, you know, their right clicks are pretty impressive. Plus 20. Almost double damage constantly. Warden! There's one target again. Come out! Wasn't too much damage. Was a sweet silence. Avatar is back on the menu. More spirits. Can't lose this one. Moon lost a lot here. But that's all corpses. We got Death Pack now. Oh, that level 4 is so important. Oh, that level 4 is so good. And Moon is gonna be supply blocked soonish. Constantly on 51. The economy advantage for 120 is no more. Can he seriously do this with heroes? Level 4 Dark Ranger. We're pushing him back. 2 more units about to fall. Mana on the Warden is a big, big problem. It's not too many spirits. Whoever makes the first big mistake is losing this game. And a hero kill might just be that mistake, but not just yet. Going for the statues now. Take away the regen, but 120 always has an extraordinary amount of statues. Shadow Strike. Lock in. We got a coil. Where to use it though? Gotta wait for where the Warden blinks. Dark Ranger and Lich in a bit of trouble, but sometimes best defense is offense. The burrow doesn't work no more. Sick tug of war. Reju running for a bit. Here's the nuke! Coil, where are you? On cooldown! No! The coil was up! Point blank kill for Moon! And now floodgates open. All that lich was the damage machine. Death Pact on an A-bomb. Is there... Oh, another unit falling. Hold after hold. The Great Wall of Korea. Supply is still not looking good though. Once 120 has the Lich back, this should be his. And he can go to the tavern. But he's not... Oh, there are... Now he spent gold? On what? How did he spend his gold not on the Lich? He's not reviving it yet. Chaos, big mana pot. Oh, that was super expensive. Oh, that was and the mains are empty. He's not getting the Lich back. He's not mining. That's not an ICQ message. DK being blocked to death. And there's no damage output no more now. Dark Ranger's trying with the claw +8, but a Ring of Region S tier item. Oh ho ho. Destro falling too. At least the DK is here. Any dusts in the house? Yep. Oh, no mana. No Dark Ranger. GG. Oh man, Moon. You are a magician. What a game. Almost overwhelmed by a tower push. Almost overwhelmed by a tier 3 undead push. But almost. Solo Warden play. 18,000 damage against 4 claws. Well done. Taking the lead now for the elves. Oh, what a game. Extraordinary. And Echo Alt goes to the Night Elf. Back-to-back wins for Moon. Match points now. Well done. Who said the Ring of Regen is C tier? Oh, we got a Bowling for Soup shout out in the chat. Greetings. I see ya. I see ya. Now we go game 4. Where are we at? Concealed Hill. Must be a Demon Hunter here, no? I guess with Moon it could also be a Keeper, but I'm really not feeling it. That was sugar! For some reason, it's so odd, dude. Moon can't get one toe on the ground against Happy, but the series against 120 are quite extraordinary. 3,000 people once again, by the way. Like, I know it's Saturday now. And viewership on weekends is higher. But we got 3,000 people watching Warcraft games. It's been a while since we had this consistently. And I love that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter. There we go. You're necroing the community by yourself. You're a legend. I'm not using cripple though, I swear. But guys, why do we have the high viewer numbers when the ad revenue is the lowest?
A player's forces are under attack.
God damn it. Why? Because we're all subscribed? No. It's there's a metric that you get, like CPM. How much money you get per 1,000 viewers that watch your ads. And it is, especially on YouTube, on a historic low right now. Which is kind of normal for January, but the timing. Players are sick, streamer is sick, production is sick, people recognize quality entertainment. Love to hear that, mate. Love to hear it. When is ad revenue high? Best is always December. By far. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. Immolation harass, doing tons of damage. Archer follow-up. And a wisp here to block and maybe detonate. Boink. The games are amazing. Exactly. Sick damage. Not too many kills, but this will slow 120 down. Wait. Double skull and we go north?
Town is under siege. Players' forces are under attack.
Moon is attacking already. This is horrible. What are you doing with the skull now? Is it just for creeping, maybe? Can't lose this acolyte intact. Okay, you got a backup. It's not that bad.
Forces are under attack.
Okay. We recover. 120 recovers. I guess in December more companies buy advertisement time and placement because of Christmas. Yep. Exactly. And then of course January is as far away as possible from Christmas, and there we go. So now, since 120 didn't lose too much, Demon Hunter is pretty underleveled. Thank you for the sub. Take my money, Neo. Will do. Oh, the happy saves by 120. But he's still learning. Still an apprentice. And this is forcing a town portal. Yo, great recovery. Instant tier 3 tech. And we got a game. But Moon has to level up to 3.
player's forces are under attack.
You get a lot of XP with the hero kill. Just saying. Sick timing going to 0. Got the creeping done, was home to defend, bought a lot of time with that acolyte, which was almost a bait by having a second like a backup acolyte. Valentine's and Super Bowl is coming. Not sure if that helps too much, but you're right. Naga gets a consumable. What's it gonna be? Big mana. Meh. TK is buying time for Lich. You really don't want the Demon Hunter to go north now. He's really making use of that merchant. Dude, if Moon was here. And burns all the ghouls. Oh, how much XP that would be. This Demon Hunter is really weak. Good job, 1-0, creating a distraction.
A player's forces are under attack.
Losing ghouls to creeps again? Nah. He's denying them from the Demon Hunter. Did you see Lynn yesterday? Stealing the ogre away? Hey, that... Oh! That... No way! Oh, the statue opened it up! Doesn't even need it though. Good night! Dies with an invul, gives the red spot to 1-2-0. Necromancer in control. Unholy aura. Unfair.
Player's forces are under attack.
Naga is leveling nicely, but she can't save this by herself. Naga on 1-0 side now. Fight Naga with Naga is what they say. And now you gotta rely on Moon Juice. There's not even a shop yet. Did you just forget that one? No evasion either, just a small mana burn. Yep, and if there's only a little mana burn, you can spam these. But illusion block! No way! Oh, can you reach with something? Fork lightning? The great escape. That illusion saves Moon's game. Can you believe it? The Naga movement on the other side, though, is horrendous as she's getting blocked by her own illusion. The one illusion is a game saver. The other illusion might cost the game. Sick. Naga dead. Redo up. And we still have the big mana potion. Because the Naga was never really close to anything. Dust up. But also on the undead side, we had a lot of regen. Fighting this straight up now. Supply neck and neck. Trading fiends and dryads in no time. Nuke. Oh! Naga vs Lich. No recovery. Guys, if Moon is not blocking his own Naga with the illusion of his own Naga, that's his game to take. Oh, good save. But at what cost? Any chance to staff? There's no staff! Okay, of course there's no second hero. Moon realized this as well, like, oh yeah, I forgot. And... good night! Just so wild. This game could have been over like 3 times in both directions. Amazing game again. Warcraft 3 is just the best game there's ever been. And it's not even close. There's some people on this earth that are unaware of how great multiplayer Warcraft 3 is. Can you believe it? Feel blessed, everybody. Feel blessed. 1-0 with the bracers. Vampire on the other side. Naga back. Demon Hunter 3. Scary now. But we don't have a TP.
A town is under siege.
And the base is under attack. Krabby 1337 with the 5 gifted subs. High five, my dude. Uh-oh. Demon Hunter can't fall. Holding on to that potion. Grok, thank you for the sub as well. Need more Moonwells. Has an orb now. This setup is looking infinitely better for Moon, but I still see him struggle a bit. Staff ready and up. Demon Hunter. Quick fingers with the potion. Got the lid up instantly. Invo potion there. Everybody's ready for the saves. Except that Demon Hunter. Moon, you did so well. And then what a botch. He kind of forgot he used the staff again. Oh, so unnecessary. And now everything's falling apart, of course. GG. We get game 5. And I guess we all wanted game 5. These guys just can't take their hands off of each other. And fight and fight and fight, and we are incredibly entertained. That's what we are. One to Zero's early game looking good. Then Moon with a sick fight. The illusions were bonkers. But then they backstab poor Moon. Last refuge to decide this. Will the Undead still stay undefeated in 4 matches? Or can Moon bring the first win in the first game to the Elves? Is Moon running out of steam? We keep mentioning this in longer series, on longer days. He seems to be falling apart a bit in the end. How can you identify an illusion? As an observer, they are the model of the unit or hero, but in dark blue. Okay, we're ready. Races selected, teams selected. Off we go. And it's working first try. One map to decide it all! Moonverse 1-0. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Krabby after gifting 5 subs saying exciting games, love to watch them and enjoying my coffee. Cheers, my dude. Me too. See the live cam of both of these players here, heavily thinking about their next steps. How do you break the other now? As we move in to the decider. Warcraft 3 did not take off in the StarCraft 1 time because Chinese tournament organizers cheated for the players. Does the young chat remember even? My dude, it wasn't Chinese tournament organizers, it was Korean tournament organizers. And it was NBC game. Does the old chatter have a memory issue? Nah. Gave up. DK, Demon. No warden, no keeper.
A player's forces are under attack.
You have been actually. That's right. All right, can Moon can Moon take a better care of his demon hunter and bring glory to the Sentinel once again? Starting off with the claw, that's nice to see. Same on the other side. Careful creeping by 1-0. Not moving out on the map, not jumping to the Shadow Priest. We got Watch Awards, nice. Can see the pushes coming, can see the creep happening.
A town is under siege.
Oh, that's a little obvious. Did he lure the trapper intentionally to the middle to maybe force some end snares? That would be quite sick. And 1-0 is treading water right now.
A player's forces.
But this is of course also no progress on the demon hunter. He got boots now and is in for the arrest. No immolation for once. Rare to see these days. 1-0 with that has not much to attack at the moment, so rather pulling back, work on the levels, charge up for the tier 3. That's gonna be the push. Or move your way around the right hand side. Moon saw that though, right? I think he had to. Weird movements. Thor Nagin, thank you for the sub. Good morning, y'all. Oh, coil misses. That's probably East Coast then. Or you're like super hungover and just get up now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon dodging surrounds, but now what? Uh-oh, who's trapped with whom now? Another ghoul falling. Despite not having immolation, Moon is taking care of quite a few of these. This Naga is crazy effective right now. Guys, I think I'm gonna download Warcraft 3 again. It's the best you can do, mate. And if it's just for the campaign, it's the best you can do. Okay, Naga did a lot of damage. And again, at this point you gotta wonder if it's deliberate that Moon's heroes are this low. Magi. No rune bracers, but damage is always appreciated. I don't know if this is enough ghouls anymore. Like, I see 3, 6. It's really not much. So Moon going lab and merchant, then it's fine. This is why you call him the Necromancer. Skeletons everywhere. Ring of Archmagi, and this is one hell of a fat lich.
Are under attack.
DH is where he's supposed to be, with an invuln too. But we got plus 15 on this bad boy. And this is the push. Frenzy, Destroyer form, 9 minutes. But Moon seems ready. Book of the Dead is, of course, you know, will maybe trigger a dispel, which on Destroyers have quite a bit of a cooldown, but we are at home, middle of daytime, staff there. And off we go. One of the most decisive fights in the deciding map. Soaking up a lot of damage on the demon right next to a Moonwell. Lich far up front. Careful, mate. Same goes for the demon hunter, but he must rescue him. No rejuve at the moment here. That is a problem, so better play it safe and go for the potion. Naga's missing the level 3. Any nukers in the house? I don't think so. Statues can't out-regen the mana burn. And the mana burns are strong. And the Demon Hunter is tanky. Second potion now. Must be on cooldown. He's charging forward onto the Lich. No coil right now. No items there. But great counter control with the Ghoul block and Naga. No more potions. Needs this redo. Ooh, this is close. But 1-0 filter cast to pull back. Hero is too fragile. Ring of Protection is phenomenal now. Yeah, Demon Hunter looked rather squishy. Somehow below 10 armor. Even with evasion, you can still get nuked. Might be reading this game wrong. Do you have the time for this? With the Book of the Dead? Oh, horrible! Out of cunning. But knock knock, 1-0 is at your door. Bear hurt, Demon hurt. But Naga 3 this time. He wants level 4 at all costs. In the meantime, undeads ravage the base. Shop gone. There was a lifesaver twice. And Moon is supply blocked. You need to own this fight now. Everything's a bit weird. 2 destroyers instantly get rid of the Book of the Dead. There's no potion. Staff might not even be able to save him here. Ghouls, of course, falling left and right. But that's recoverable. Those are throwaway units now anyway. The bears are certainly not. Demon Hunter, as a carry, is not part of this fight. Trying to get in with the heal scroll, but if he's targeted now by a Nova, he might be dead. Sick save, sick execution. Naga also close to falling. We need another redo, but he can't get one now. Lich moving forward. Another save waiting for the Moonwell. Moon bent and broken. And that's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of moon juice. Moon hanging on by a thread. Is that another clutch 3-2 victory for 1-0? Just like against Lin yesterday. Zeppelin now. Beat Moon at your own game. And you have to raise the question, was that red spot worth it? Probably not. Invo potion pop, but there's no redo beneath it. This is maybe the last couple of seconds if this Hail Mary doesn't work. Moon is in with a world of trouble. Doesn't use the mana burn anymore to regen more effectively. But this is the knockout punch! With the Demon Hunter falling. 1-0. Crazy carry for the undead. Well done. Well done. Takes it home just as he did versus 40. Just as he did versus Lin. And he goes 3-0 in Doubi. But also, shout out to Moon for making this a very close and exciting series.